Okay, 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 okay. Before I begin anything, because I absolutely have to say it one more time, I do not allow, accept, or condone sexual harassment of any kind at any convention. Why can't we have nice things in this universe? Why? I don't know. I don't know why, but apparently we can't. Now, this all started like my video last week about Vic Mignogna and a lot of allegations of him sexually harassing people at conventions. Well, lately, people at Funimation, this Texas-based anime dubbing studio, basically, have come out to say I've been sexually harassed by Vic Mignogna. Okay, fair enough. If that is true, let me make it very clear. I don't know. I saw some of the pictures and borderline, but nothing that I'd say that harassing from the convention side of things. If it is true, then yes, he absolutely needs to go and forget about it. However, I will say it like I said with Momo-kun before we get into the real topic about this whole debate, which is driving me insane. Vic Mignogna still has the right to do his livelihood, to have his job, to be an actor and perform as he needs to, unless he is taken away from that right legally. Now, make sure you understand, unless he's arrested of a crime, guess what? I'm not going to go out there and just go ahead and hammer him home and get rid of him. Funimation, okay, you have to have something to get rid of him. Don't just fire the guy. I mean, the state of Texas is a right to work street, but there is still wrongful termination in some other parts of the world, California. Okay, so let's get that all out of the way and get to the problem. Okay, I wish this was alcoholic. Excuse me, because we really need a lot of drinks for this. So, what happened? Well, Monica Rial, prominent voice actress even before all this happened, in fact, one of the major ones in the anime boom of the 2000s, came out and said that she was also sexually harassed by Vic Mignogna. There was another voice actress too, but that's not why we're having this conversation now, is it? I mean, I'm not going to name that name, but you know, if I name somebody out here, they did something really, really bad then. Because otherwise, this isn't Good News Friday, I hate to tell people. Otherwise, I wouldn't be naming Monica Rial specifically. Now, why is this a problem here? Why am I having an issue with Miss Rial? And normally, I'm not playing blame the victim because I'm not blaming her for the sexual harassment point. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not going to blame victim here. I'm not going to play that you had it coming to you. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's what she did after the fact. And before I begin anything, yes, I am aware of what Pensacon is doing. I've seen the article. I understand what the deal is. And let me make sure I understand. Pensacon has the legal right to get rid of anyone at their convention for any reason. Okay, that's fine. However, there's one major problem. It's from a tweet from Miss Rial's Twitter page. And I will give you this. The first part, if she said this, okay, that makes sense. But you'll see why I'm getting annoyed once you click on this specific link. The tweet reads, and I quote, "Freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequence." Okay. Before you choose to harass me, please be aware that I have attorneys and law enforcement involved. We are taking all threats harassment very seriously. Any harassment threats will be screenshotted and forwarded. This is her own Twitter account now. This isn't me talking to pull up something that I've seen 5 minutes ago. This is her own Twitter account. Now, why is this a problem? Well, it actually does three things stupidly that I can't believe. Why are you even saying that? The first thing, it makes you seem entitled. Like, oh, just because I am a victim, that is a fair point. But this is totally not the victim part. I am actually telling you, screw you. I'm not allowing you to say anything about it. Look, I get if something happened to you, and again, allegedly, I'm not saying Vic Mignogna did or didn't, okay? I get if something happened to you, you want to come out now because of the things that are in the industry. Fair point. However, that doesn't mean you take it out on other people. You shouldn't take it out on somebody else just because they want to get a little bit of details. Maybe they want to help, maybe they don't, but it just seems like I don't want to hear any of it. So, I'm better than you. No, you're not. Trust me. You're in a performance job. I know about this because I've been through the convention circuit for years. And a performance job, you can and will be replaced. Just because you were a victim doesn't mean you go out and start hitting everyone else. Number two, why are you worrying about what other people say anyhow? You're not really being touched by, say, words unless you're really being annoyed by everything. If something is so severely wrong, and don't get me wrong, I understand there are people who will stand by Vic Mignogna, live or die. I'm not one of those people. If you're that sensitive to what somebody says on Twitter, oh, trust me, you haven't played any video games in the last ever. I will make it very clear to everybody, I'm a gamer, okay? I'm not an anime person. Typically, I understand there are busy things around the universe, and I get it. I'm not representing any convention at this point. I'm just being me. Look, you don't want to hear the words? There's this lovely little thing called a black button, which I absolutely hate because it just moves everything you think you know about somebody. And I've already said this about my internet, how you can't block somebody on the internet thing. So you're not going to get around that. You're just going to have to take it and it's like, fine, whatever, big deal. I don't need to get everyone involved in this. Number three, it sets a very negative precedent that now, because you're a voice actor or actress, you're not have to listen to everything else. Forgetting the whole tough skin part. Now everyone's like, "Oh, she did it. No, now I can do it." I don't have to hear from you. You're not this person. You didn't do this anime, and you didn't have this for. You know what? I don't care. In my world, everyone's equal, above or below the line of guest, volunteer, fan. The thing is, you shouldn't feel like you're better than everyone else just because you're an anime voice actor or voice actress anyway. That was just asking for trouble, okay? That is just asking for disaster to happen. And don't get me wrong, I don't know if I can feel bad about the whole situation afterwards. I feel bad for Monica Rial if Vic Mignogna did indeed harass her that point. I don't feel bad for her now after the fact because she seems like an entitled brat all of a sudden. I mean, I hate to say it. I really think she's a nice person, but this was a bad idea and a bad move. And unfortunately, Pensacon, again, they have the legal right to kick anyone out of the convention. I will grant you that. Basically, they said to everybody, you know what? We're going to remove you if you harass Monica ourselves. Okay. You know what? They have the right. But now I'm getting a little annoyed because this is not what happens at conventions typically anyway. People, look, understand if people like to be harassing and mean, but as long as they're not doing anything to harm you, that shouldn't be a point. I mean, I'm going to be very bluntly honest. How the deal Street Features video will come into play in this. All somebody would have to do, and I hate to say this, is stand like on the other side of the street or even on the sidewalk and just say, we don't want to do all this. They have signs and they have noise making and they have like megaphones and all that. We don't want to go through with this. Here's what we have to say. And they can say all they want to, and unless they're really being bothered or they're like interfering with the flow of traffic, nothing we can do. I know that for a fact being a volunteer. I cannot go outside past certain point out on the street and say, you can't do that. Once they're out of a certain range, there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry to say that. So, Pensacon, I don't understand why you would even try that. It's not going to work, one. People are going to do it anyway, too. And you're not going to arrest every single person who goes up to your convention trying to talk about Monica Rial. Three, it's just insane what you're trying to do. And unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, it's just a bad example. It sets a bad example that we can't have this kind of tough skin. I get so many people don't like to talk about certain things at a convention. I will give you that. But no one, no human being on this earth, I don't care who it is, should have to go through what some of these people have gone through with the sexual harassment point. I will give you that. I will say this now. Vic Mignogna is guilty. Again, I'll go back to this point. Yeah, lock him up and throw the key. Until then, until we have something solid and concrete, I am not about to play that card with anybody. I am not about to slam Vic Mignogna because of accusations. If he did it, oh, absolutely. Take him off every single role he's ever done. I will grant you that. I am not about to do that simply because I don't know. Again, I looked at some of the pictures from different conventions. Nothing seemed like it was harassing. Again, when you're at a convention, you actually give consent when you take these pictures to do certain things. I'll say it like that. This is a different story with Monica Rial. But I will also say this is something you got to really think about. Okay, maybe you didn't want to say this in 2007 because you didn't want to be like, oh, this is hard for me. I don't want to do this because now I'm going to make an enemy of these people. But the problem is now it's too late to really do anything about it anyway. I mean, I don't want to sound like a jerk. I really don't, but it really is. There's no way I can go back 10 years. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I'll do it anyway. For something that happened to you. Case in point, I was at an anime convention once, and somebody I know was, let's just be blunt, raped while I was at this convention. I don't know who it was who did this to them. They were able to slip something in their drink. I don't have all the details. I don't want to post the exact knowledge that I do have because this is kind of internal. But if I could go back to that night and erase it, I'd give up anything to do that because it led her down a downward spiral that she has never recovered from. God bless her, but it does happen. Once you have this, it is a negative effect for the rest of your life. And I really do understand that. And that's why I can't accept these things what people say. You have to have something solid to go out and say, this happened to me by this person. Now, did I do anything that night? No. Do I know who did? No. Do I know something happened? Yes, but I can't take it back. I can't figure out who it is. I'm not the one who got raped. God forbid it happens to somebody again. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, this can happen, and you need to keep your guard up at all times, or you have to have some kind of buddy system with you, because this is the kind of stuff, if it is indeed true, yeah, they should be nailed to the wall. But if it's not, we're destroying a person's life for nothing. Now, back to Monica Rial. I really like her. I do. I really like how she acts, and she takes care of a lot of things. Her family's really good. I met her mom. She's a nice lady. But this is the point where you have to say, you know what? I was wrong about trying to just not be able to deal with the people, because this is one of those I go back and say, if Vic Mignogna didn't do it, he should come out and say something and try to deal with I'm not harassing people, I need to fix this. If Monica Rial, because again, it's on her Twitter feed, it's right there, goes out and says, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this, I should take it all back. Well, how can I make it up to the community? Because this is the kind of stuff, I hate to say this, I don't talk to a lot of guests at all. I get my autographs, I make sure they're safe, that's it. But if this is the way they're going to act, I hate to say it, they're not going to be guests very much longer. And don't get me wrong, the anime community, I wouldn't say community, but business It's a tough one to get into. And people are trying to get into it every day. It's not going to be easy to be a voice actor. I'm not going to be a voice actor. I swear half of my words, even in this video. But, you know, I need to say this. The whole entitlement thing, both on Mignogna and Rial's part, needs to stop. I'm going to be very honest. You can and will be replaced in a performance role. It's just how it is. You need to drop the entitlement, and conventions need to give these people a little bit of thicker skin. I really don't know what to say to everybody, but be safe on your own. Take care of your people. Heck, Jesse Rosicho, guy in Houston, one of the good things about the Houston community is like guys like him. They're not going to let anybody mess with anybody. Not physically harm somebody, but they're not going to let somebody ruin somebody's life or try to put their hands on somebody unwillingly. The Houston community, I will give them this much, as far as I know, is good about policing themselves. Since people like that want to take care of the community, want to help out, I understand that. But I'm sorry. It needs to stop to where you think you're better than everyone else and you can get away with all this. That's really what this video should be about. So like, share, and subscribe. And again, I'm going to make some people uncomfortable and angry. I'm pretty sure Pensacon's not going to ever want to have me at their convention now. But it wouldn't be the first time or the last, Yeah, I'm looking to you, San Japan. Later.